In any sample space, probability that each elementary outcome occurring on a trial is less than 1. At the same time, probabilities of all the elementary outcomes will be combined 1. In the case of so-called simple probability, the probabilities of all the elementary outcomes in the sample space are equal. As we move on, some points to bear in mind. In a sample space, the probability that any elementary outcome occurs on a trial is less than 1. The probabilities of all the elementary outcomes add up to 1. In the case of simple probability, the probabilities of the elementary outcomes in the sample space are equal. Let's check how our coin is doing. Okay, this one is the case of simple probability, as such elementary outcome, heads or tail, has an equal probability of 0.5 to occur on each trial. So what is the formula for probability then? It is a number of elementary outcomes in the event divided by the number of elementary outcomes in the sample space, 1 divided by 2. Characteristic of probability experiments, known as the law of large numbers, state that as the number of repetitions of an experiment is increased, and we flip the coin more and more, the relative frequency in experiment tends to become closer and closer to the theoretical probability. Even if the outcomes don't appear to be happening this way, in the long run, they will. Of course, a coin may not be fair, so then the odds will be different. A couple of math professors in EU had their students test Belgian euro coin and discovered that in 250 trials, heads came 56% of the time and tail 44% of the time. The data seem to show that coin is not fair, although we don't know. It would have been interesting to see if the tests have been done more times. Maybe it is fair. Maybe it would in the long term become equal. Dices in casinos can also be unbiased or biased. That's why when you go to casinos, holes in the dices are filled to make the dice fair. Casinos make a lot of money on the fact that the roulette wheel has a couple of O places that turn the favor in direction of the casino in the long run.